Okay, so I'm going to take a moment and just read a bit about Mr. Agyemang so that you understand why I keep saying he's power packed. Okay, so Mr. Nelson, Godfried Agyemang is the coordinating CEO at Digital Startups and SMEs Africa, DSSA Startup SME Africa, and Africa Startup SME Alliance. Now, there is just the beginning. He's the CEO of the Coalition of Farmers in Ghana, which is a member of World Farmers Organization and a respected facilitator of WFO Innovative Working Group, which promotes bottom-up, top-down, secular and clinical farming, farmer-driven inclusivity and ownership approach, models and frameworks for the adoption of technology and innovation, including financing and investment innovations for enhancing UN Decade of for Family Farming, which is something that has been pursued from 2019, and it's going all the way to 2028. And he's designed a multi-actor inclusive research and evaluation design and ownership framework, which gauges transparent and accountable traceability of authentic farmer-driven and inclusivity in global research systems to enhance real farmer ownership and adoption and utilization of research, innovation, and technologies beyond mere tokeism. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm sure when he starts talking, you understand what I'm trying to say. Mr. Agyemang is also the CEO of Africa Interdisciplinary Center for Climate Smart Agriculture Adaptation and Resilience, jointly hosted by the Institute of Certified Management Consultants, ICMC, and the Pan-African Consulting Consortium and Institute, in collaboration with COFAG, West Africa Farmers Alliance, and Africa Farmers Alliance at the Center for Research, Innovation, and Consulting of Data Link Institute, Business and Technology. Mr. Nelson is a lead in African green economy investment. He has been in the business for over 30 years. He has worked in several capacities, and an honor to have you, sir, be part of this discussion. He will be helping us with the issue of sustainable food security related issues and how young people can take advantage of the industry. Mr. Nelson Agyemang, thank you very much. Good to see you.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm really honored to be part of this at the welcome of Kobena, TECHFARM leader, chief lead. I'm delighted because this is the time of youth. There is no need to say that youth are the future leaders, because they are the leaders of today. Perhaps national constitutions should be changed to allow people who are 45 years below to be president. Because some of the things the youth are doing and are capable of doing, even our generation were not successful to do. The issue of food security and sustainable food systems, and the question of food and decent jobs is something that should really ginger up the youth into more action. I think this is an era that agriculture and the food value chain offers several opportunities. So much so that, in my opinion, we should not continue to have youth unemployment. And therefore, youth should take advantage to provide for themselves jobs within the food ecosystem, instead of looking for non-existent jobs. Because the food ecosystem jobs are also decent jobs, especially when they are done with innovation. And innovation is something that the youth are on top of. Unlike some of us, when I was in college doing my first degree, and I tell Kwabena, we laugh over it. Even people who did computer science, some of which they have PhDs, computer science, but at my age, never saw a desktop or a laptop computer. So I tease them and say, so how did you become a PhD in computer science? But if you take technology and innovation today, the youth have mastered it. And so what do we do in the many things that Kwabena mentioned, which we have been involved in? Ours is a network of systems and organizations. We have the Startup SME Center Ghana, which is a network of 54 hubs, incubators in all 16 regions of Ghana, but which also do serve as a host for other regional bodies as well. The biggest portfolio we have is agriculture and food business organizations, farmers organizations, cooperatives, etc., as Kwabena said. And then we have moved on into the African region also, as it were, to host a number of networks of micro, small, medium enterprises that serve a large portfolio of agribusinesses. As you know, 65% of all global arable land is in Africa. And Africa should play a significant role, therefore, especially in the face of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, in global food, business, and ecosystem affairs. And that is an area that I think especially the African youth should jump in and take advantage and leadership in order that they do not fizzle out. Because even non-Africans in a globalized citizenship idea that Stephen Bethman, my friend, mentioned, are seeing a lot of opportunities in the new Africa. So I think the youth of Africa should rise up to the occasion. And what we have done is to create the organizations, the institutional framework, private sector, citizens-led, for them to belong to and to receive, if you like, the business formalization, the business development, entrepreneurship, investor readiness, and the linkages to ready investors that are all over the globe, that are ready to invest in innovative businesses of young people in both innovations, in technology, and also in agriculture and the food ecosystem. The youth, therefore, need to learn a lot from also the old generation. And one of the things they should learn is to learn from the pitfalls. They should not reinvent the mistakes we made. They need to learn about the mistakes we made and why we made them, and then try to avoid them. We don't only learn from best practices, we should also learn from pitfalls to avoid them. And one of the things you should avoid as young leaders, young entrepreneurs, young farmers, is to forge more collaboration, partnership, cooperation. This is something our generation failed in. We overdid the competition. It's good to compete, but there should be cooperation and collaboration within the competition, so that within the spirit of teamwork, you are able to achieve more. Because if you overdo competition, you step over one another, and you are not able to collectively harness the opportunities that are available. Land is key, as I've said, but also financing is key if youth will be able to play their role. Because even sustainable farming, in the sense of meeting collectively the economic, social, and environmental impacts of activity or business, is not cheap to do. It's not cheap to protect the environment. And so financing mechanisms that are sensitive to enabling, being an enabler for young people to be able to protect the environment as part of their business concept, business strategy, and implementation of their business strategy should also be available for you to be able to do what they have to do in order to achieve the sustainability goals. And again, it's important that the youth in their innovation take a whole new turnabout in order to protect the environment and protect climate, and perhaps forestall the imminent disaster that has already shown its face. Stephen was talking about Germany. I also watched it, and I started calling my friends in Germany to be sure that they were safe. So it's not only in Africa, we're having the climate disasters. It's all over the world now. And it's only the youth that can save the future if they start now by not repeating the mistakes. Fossil fuels, carbon, and all that, as much as possible, need to be discarded. And we need to do it now, even in the food ecosystem. And these are issues that are dear to my heart as I share with the youth. And it is my hope that as we continue with Kobna, and it is a mark, Kobna is a mark of the networking and partnership and collaboration that I'm talking about. It should continue in that direction. TECHFARM and others should copy their example. Then together we'll be able to do our bit to save our planet and humanity. Thanks a lot for this opportunity to chip in this brief interaction.
We are very grateful to you, Mr. Melton Agyemang. It's very refreshing to connect with you, and I won't stop saying it. You are a walking encyclopedia, a powerhouse in the business. And so to have you part of this process is really invigorating. Thank you very much for joining us today. We have done 3 key speakers who came through to give us different perspectives around the same bigger picture that we are all looking at. Our big focus today is on the theme, advancing youth innovation to boost sustainable food security and decent work. And that is our bigger picture. And all our speakers came through to take an aspect of that big picture so that all of us can be on the same page when you're looking at it from different aspects of the issues. So thank you very much, Mr. Melton Agyemang, and also to Dr. Stephen Betterman and Mrs. Ama Sewa Nikwe Tete. Thank you very much for staying with us still.